Hi, everybody. So I hope you've been enjoying the home tours. My name is Ann Clay, and today we're going to do one of the crafts that Stacy did in her home. I don't know if you remember the Christmas tree with the really cool looking primitive pine cones. Well, this is how she made them. Stacy told me and gave me permission to share this craft with you. Now, these are from Walmart for $1.98 each. They're shiny gold and they're probably gone at this point, but they're plastic and they're shiny gold and they are pineapples. So I went a couple weeks ago and picked up 4 of these, and I'm going to make these grungy and cinnamony. The only 2 things she used were Mod Podge and cinnamon. What is it? Oh, you wonder where I'm standing. Well, I have a new project in my house. This is kitchen number 2. This is my big kitchen that I turned into a kitchen to cook in. And right behind me here is this darling stove. It's a propane stove. When we moved in, there was a propane hookup there, and they had a propane heater that was 1960s, ugly, horrible. And that was one of the first things I ripped out of the wall. Then we put our propane stove there for a while. And I've always been meaning to go ahead and buy a propane looking heater. Isn't that beautiful? So what we did to this heater is we built a platform and then we put the heater on top of it. And then we ran old barn wood up the side of the wall to make it look more like a mantle, more of something that was important. So what eventually I'm going to do is run wood like that all over the cathedral ceiling in this room. I'm going to be painting the cabinets black to match the accessories like the stove and the refrigerator and everything, and painting the floor, adding some more something in this room. But this is where I am right now, and isn't it beautiful? I've decorated it for Christmas. This is a cabinet that I bought on Facebook Marketplace for only $125. Very nice. Michelle and Ron found it, helped me pick it up. And then on top of this is this beautiful ladder. And I gotta tell you, it's just so pretty. I love this. So this is what I'm going to do. I have the Mod Podge, and it looks a little runny. Needs to be mixed up. This is pretty old. I've had it for a long time. It's ideally better if you stir it, but I don't have a stir right now, so I'm just going to do some shaking and hope that works. All right. Mod Podge. And you want it to be thick, and then some cinnamon. I'm going to go ahead and put it in a bowl. You never know what's going to happen when I'm doing the craft. Let's try it this way. Let's start by just putting the Mod Podge on the ornament. Of course, you got to do this fast because you don't want the Mod Podge to dry before you have the cinnamon on it. And you want to cover the whole thing because you don't want to see that gold or the plastic. I'm going to go ahead and do the whole thing if I can do it really fast. And I don't think it's so bad if there's a little bit that's shining through. I mean, that doesn't matter. I'm going to have to do the base first. I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm going to do the top. All right, make sure you cover it good. La, la, la. I had some chip brushes put aside for this task. I didn't want to use this brush because I use this for a lot of painting, but I couldn't find it. So I'm going to go ahead and shake this on here so I don't waste any. This is about the easiest craft you could possibly do. Now, there's a good chance that there's no more of these pine cones in your Walmart. However, a lot of people don't want a, they're not a pine cone. pineapples. A lot of people don't want pineapples on their tree. They are not like us. They're not all into the colonial. Ooh, whoops. All right, well that was fun. Okay, so that looks like really good. Let's make sure it's on all parts. That is lovely. Look at that. I didn't even mess it up. I didn't even have an I Love Lucy moment. Nothing. It's so easy. Anyone can do it. And I'm gonna just lay it on the parchment paper and I'm gonna do another one because this actually is fun. Smear it in there, make sure it gets inside. Kind of actually, with this Mod Podge on it, gives you a nice glow. So I gotta tell you, this kitchen is normally the coldest room in the house, and now that we've put this heater in here, it's absolutely delightful. So I chose it for all my Christmas crafts.
Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree, thy leaves are so unchanging. Oh, Christmas tree, thy leaves are so unchanging. Not only green when summer's here, but also when it's cold and drear. Oh, Christmas tree, thy leaves are so unchanging. Oh, Christmas tree, such pleasure do you bring me. Oh, Christmas tree, such pleasure do you bring me. For every year this Christmas tree brings to us such joy and glee. Oh, Christmas tree, such pleasure do you bring me.
Okay, the dogs are barking, people are notifying me. I don't know what all's going on, but okay. We're gonna go here and we're going to, I don't want this glue to dry on the brush because then it'll get ruined. So, like I said, you might want a chip brush or something that is less value to you. What would happen if I rolled it? That works out fine. You can roll it. Cute. Well, this is super easy. Super easy. Cut a piece of string about 5-7 inches. Thread the string through the little bell, tie it in a knot. Now you can also decorate your decorations like Alice does, and you can put little greens in there or little red berries or whatever you want. I am just going to go straight for the normal looking bell. This is kind of a sloppy job. You're going to get Mod Podge on your hands. There's nothing you can do about it. It's just kind of yuck. Okay, I'm going to go in the Yeah. We just worked on that tree behind me. You can see it right there. And we made some cinnamon dipped ornaments. So we basically used Mod Podge and cinnamon and dipped it in. Now we're going to go ahead and do some dehydrated, whatever this is. Right. I bought a new dehydrator. I have no idea how to use it, but I'm just going to start cutting the oranges in thin slices. Now, I got to tell you, sometimes these things will last for years, and then sometimes they won't. You can see why it was a Christmas gift for the colonial kids. I mean, what a treasure. All right, so I've cut some of these. I'm going to go over here, move this out of the way. Now I got this Corsori. I don't even know. This is nice little user's manual. Anyway, this is my stainless steel food dehydrator. And I have no idea how to use it. Solid level surface. Run the dehydrator for 30 minutes without adding food. Make sure that the room has sufficient ventilation in case the dehydrator produces any smoke or smells. This is normal. Rinse the trays with water, dry all parts. Oh, run the dehydrator for 30 minutes. I don't want to do that. Well, it's running for 8 minutes. But since I'm not going to put food in there, I'm not going to worry that much about it. We'll see how that works out. I'll just keep cutting these. They smell so good. Oh, man. Got Linda Smith Davis on in the other room. I was watching you, Linda. I was watching you put together your tree. Well, you have your tree up and you were talking about your grand dog coming in, and that kind of reminded me of my grand dog. I have a 1.5-year-old grand dog. Well, I guess he's almost 2 now, but he is lab and part hound. And he's about 85 pounds, and he is rambunctious. And he and Dewey play like crazy, and they just like flop all around the room, and I have to get everything out of the way because they play like crazy. I don't dare have anything on my tree, and let alone glass ornaments. I haven't decorated with glass ornaments for a while. He was here at Thanksgiving for the whole day. Actually, the whole weekend. He was here for 2 days. And yeah, you know, there's a lot of dog puppy energy going on around here. All right, so that has been going for, it says 7. Oh, I can smell the smell. Yeah. It's definitely burning off that plastic smell. That's why you want to get that going, because you don't want that in your food. Oranges smell so good. It's almost a shame to cut them and waste them. I mean, this is like perfectly good food. And I should save a couple. Navel oranges are my favorite at Christmas. I don't know if I ever told you this story, but I had an Uncle Bud and a Tanta Auntie, and they were very, very special to me. They lived in Michigan, and when I went to school in Michigan, I was with them all the time. Like, I spent the holidays with them. I spent all my time with them. They were like honorary grandparents to my kids, and they were like second parents. So anyway, my Uncle Bud, every year he would get a box, at least, of navel oranges from Florida. He ordered them, and then he'd give them away as gifts. And so he used to bring me to the airport when I would go home for Christmas. And one year he said, "Here, bring some oranges, bring your parents some oranges." And he gave me a paper bag, and he filled it to the top with oranges and set it in my hand right when I boarded the plane. This was when you could still go to the gate. So here I was with this bag of oranges as I'm boarding the plane. I have probably my backpack, I have my purse, and I have this bag of oranges. And guess what? The bag broke. The oranges rolled all over the entire plane. It was a disaster. I had no bag to put them in. You know, I had to like stuff them in different places and stuff them in my purse and pockets, and people had to pick them up and give them back to me. And there was some rolling. There's probably still some rolling on that plane. I mean, I cannot look at a navel orange at Christmas time without thinking of Uncle Bud. God rest his soul. So even though I'm not decorating with childhood memory things, even an orange triggers a Christmas memory for me. So it's super fun. Well, this thing has, it says, oh, that's not 7 minutes and 58 seconds. That's 7 hours. Oh, so this is going to go for quite a while. Okay, so we're back. I'm going to try something to make those really pretty oranges and limes that you see in some of the country stores. They have the slits in them. Well, I'm going to try to do that. Now, some of these limes are very old and they've already shriveled a bit. Oh, look at this knife. It's like got a turned corner. It's bent. That might not be the knife for me. Shucks. How'd that knife bend? I'm going to try another one. Let's try this one. We're going to go ahead and make a cut. This actually is bent too. Why are all my knives bent? This is weird. I can't use this one either. All right, this one is not bent and it's also not sharp. So I don't know what to do. I'm gonna probably cut myself doing this. You really need a really sharp knife. And you cut in about a quarter of an inch. Look at all the juice of the lime squirting out. Okay, so if you have 4/4 and you want it in 1/8, then you're making a slit. I feel like I want to squeeze the juice out of this. Right, look at this. There's a lot of juice coming out of this little dried lemon. And we'll make a few more slits. Quarter inch in. Don't go all the way to the top or the bottom because then you will have cut through your piece of fruit. But I've seen these, they're so pretty. I had some and they must have gone bad because I saw them sitting. See now look, if you squeeze this, see that? This is going to be really cool to dry. And you can also do this with the oranges too. Now, I'm kind of wondering if these oranges are just a little too big to do that with. That would take forever. Maybe a smaller orange might be the key. Also, I want to put the oranges on the mantle, and these are a little bit big for that. I'm going to decorate with just the fruit, and and I'm not going to dry some of these. I'm just going to leave them out. Tom will be able to eat them after the holidays. It's already December 9. So we're looking at, we are 16 days away from Christmas at this point. We're 16 days away from Christmas. Okay, so I have lime juice all slobbered on that board, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you my beautiful oranges. I feel like some of them have not dried out sufficiently, but some of them have. And I'm gonna go ahead and take some of those that are drier. This is a nice dry one. Look how it's just, if you hold this up to a light, it's like this little stained glass window. Oh, I love these. They are so much nicer than the ones I did in the oven. When I did them in the oven, they were all brown. Scissors back and cut some of these. And you could string them like right through the middle if you want. It's kind of a nice place to string them if you're gonna do a garland, but I'm not doing a garland, I'm just hanging it up. So I'm just gonna put a little hole in there, and guess what? I've decided this one isn't quite done. However, I'm gonna hang it anyway. Maybe it'll air dry. And done. Almost. Okay. And done. Just like that, you have a cute little ornament. You see them on all of the beautiful trees. And let's see how it looks on my tree. Well, it looks like those limes are going to take a couple days. So I will show them to you, I found another one, when I'm done. Until then, happy decorating.